All right, it's time to track the Islanders' offseason moves with New York Post Islanders beat writer Ethan Sears. Get him up on the board there. Ethan, long time, my man. Happy summer. Hope you're having a good time. You ready to get into this?
You bet. Thanks so much for having me, Brandon.
All right, it hasn't really been a sexy offseason for the Islanders, but let's talk about Vezina Trophy finalist Ilya Sorokin. He re-signed with the team for 8 years, and it carries a deal of an annual value of $8.25 million. I know school's out for the summer, but let's talk to Professor Sears here. Can you grade that deal for us?
Sure. Well, Sorokin, he's going to be 28 next season, and he's at his peak. In my mind, he can be one of the best two or three, maybe even the best goaltender in the league for the next handful of seasons. And he's a huge player for the Islanders. He was, pretty easily their most valuable player last season. He was the biggest reason that they ended up making the playoffs, and they're paying him for that value, for sure. But it's a little bit less than what the Lightning are paying Andrei Vasilevsky, for example, and that's with the salary cap set to rise over the next couple of seasons. So for me, that grade would probably be in the A range. I think it's a strong deal for the Islanders.
Ooh, remind me to sign up for your class next year. All right, a nice A for, okay, good job for the Islanders. They don't have that much cap space remaining, story of my life. So who are some of the other free agents out there that you could see this team possibly targeting?
Well, you hit the nail on the head a little bit. They're pretty much capped out right now. They've got a little over $1 million in space. The only guys who at this point they're going to sign via free agency would be Oliver Wahlstrom, who's their own restricted free agent, and Zach Parise. If he decides to play another season, they would bring him back, probably on the minimum. But even to do both of those things, they would need to move a little bit of money off their books. So as far as bringing in new guys, they're pretty much done if it's via free agency. What could happen is a trade, and there have been some rumors flying around connecting them to Alex DeBrincat from Ottawa. That would be a major kind of acquisition if something were to happen. There's other possibilities there for DeBrincat. There's other teams that have been connected. He could end up working something out to stay with the Senators. So we'll kind of wait and see on that one.
Yeah, those are definitely wait-and-see players and I mean, instant offense or instant production on this roster if they do make that trade. So let's switch over and talk about holes in depths. They've locked up the goalie and a few other guys, but what are some other holes this team needs to fill?
Well, the biggest one I would say would just be adding another scorer in the top six, and that's where someone like DeBrincat would be ideal. He's a player who can score around 30 goals a year. He can help you on the power play, which is an area where the Islanders just constantly struggled last season. He fits the kind of prototype of a player who, if you could do anything, you would add this offseason. As far as their defense, they're basically set. Goaltender, they're basically set. Center, they have a lot of depth. They're pretty much set there. But if you can get a little bit of help on that wing, if you can add another scorer, that's where you would look if you were the Islanders.
All right, all eyes on the Owls for the rest of this free agency. Ethan Sears, always a pleasure, my man.
You as well. Thanks, Brandon.